for Michael, but he was always called Michael. He was the real breadwinner, and he was proud of that. His family was his entire world. So he was quite an active man and always quite healthy, and he never really suffered many health issues throughout his life until he was diagnosed with esophageal cancer. My mum passed away, also of cancer. Dad was complaining of a sore hip. So the cancer had spread to his bones and had caused quite a big crack in his hip. And the pain got worse and worse. He was only on oral pain relief, which really, towards the end, was totally insufficient. He would cry a lot to me that he just wanted to die. The nursing staff were wonderful, and there was a resident priest who used to come in. They would just say, God's not ready for you to go yet, which he found very, very frustrating. He wasn't a religious man, and you know, to him it should be his decision. He didn't believe in God anyway. He was just so unhappy, and it was so sad to watch him die so slowly. It was excruciating. But worst of all, I think, were his last 24 hours, when he still hadn't received intravenous pain relief, because that's not what they generally do in aged care facilities. And the night before he died, he had this burst of energy and tried to get up out of bed. He'd fallen over in his room, and a nurse found him sometime after midnight. And it is the aged care facility protocol to send them straight in an ambulance for a head scan to make sure there's no damage. So I understand why they had to do that. But you know, it would have been a blessing if he died falling out of bed. He got to the RAH, he was left in a corridor all night. He never got a head scan, and they sent him straight back in an ambulance to the nursing home. He still hadn't received intravenous pain relief. The oral medication that he was on was all dried and cracked around his mouth, so I knew he hadn't swallowed it. So thank goodness he was unconscious really, because he would have been in terrible pain had he not been. And about 7 o'clock, I got a phone call from that nursing home saying that he'd passed away. He'd passed away alone in his room, without my brother, without me, without his sister, who he was very close to. And that's not what he wanted. He wanted us to tell him that we loved him before he died, and he didn't get anything he wanted. He had no control about what he ate, his medication, when he went to the toilet. You know, the poor bugger couldn't even decide when he wanted to die. So he died alone. He died within minutes after the doctor gave him his first shot of intravenous pain relief, because he was practically dead. And it's just a most horrendous way to die. Basically, if he'd had the choice to take his own life when he was ready, he may not have done it. But I think if he'd had the ability to make that decision himself, it would have given him empowerment